Next, coming to the organs of the respiratory system. Nose. We breathe in and breathe out through our nose. The process of breathing in air is called breathing in, which I told you, inhalation. Like right now what I'm doing, I'm breathing in, okay, that is inhalation. Breathing out, that is exhalation. The openings in the nose are known as nostril. We have one nose, but we have two nostrils, everyone. There is a passage in the nose behind the nostril that is known as nasal passage. From nose to the throat, that is known as the nasal passage. Second, windpipe. It is an air passage in the body that carries air from the nose to the lungs. That is the windpipe. Okay, like we have food pipe, in the same manner we have windpipe also, which is carrying the air from the nose to the lungs. Windpipe is also called as throat or trachea. Not throat, it is known as trachea only. Okay, remember that. Bronchi. Bronchi, I told you, when the trachea is dividing into two, you can see the picture which you have drawn in your notebook. That is the bronchi or bronchus. One is bronchus, two are there, that will be bronchi. The windpipe branches into two smaller tubes called bronchi at its lower end. Each bronchus branches into several tubes called the bronchioles. This all I have drawn in the same figure only. Lungs. The lungs are located in the chest cavity. There are two lungs which are soft and spongy bag-like structures. Millions of alveoli are small balls which I have drawn, are present in the lungs. They are surrounded by the blood vessels. Exchange of gases takes place in the alveoli. Okay, and where is alveoli present? It is present in the lungs. The lungs are protected by the rib cage. Rib cage, I told you, I've shown in the picture also. The rib cage was like the bony structures which are protecting the lungs. There is a sheet of muscles below the lungs that is known as diaphragm. So I think all these I have already explained you in one figure. Understood everyone? Yes, Vanya?
Ma'am, I don't understand what is nasal passage.
Nasal passage is from nose to throat. The pipe is going, definitely. That is the nasal passage.
Okay.
Clear to everyone? The figure which I have drawn, it explains everything which is written here. What is trachea? What is bronchi? What are bronchioles? What are alveoli? Where the exchange of gases occurs? Everything. Simple process of breathing. Now comes the process which I just explained you. What happens when we inhale? What happens when we exhale? This is the rib cage. Can you see these bony structures? These are protecting the lungs. This is known as the rib cage. Breathing in is inhalation. Breathing in is inhalation and breathing out is exhalation, which I have already told you. From the nose, air passes through the nasal passage and enters into the lungs through the windpipe and the bronchi. Now the air which we have taken from the nose, it has entered into the lungs. In the lungs, blood absorbs oxygen from the inhaled air. Now inside the lungs, blood vessels or blood pipes are there. They are what doing? They are absorbing the oxygen from the blood. Blood absorbs oxygen from the air. Carbon dioxide is removed from the lungs as the exhaled air. The rib cage, this bony structures, rib cage and the diaphragm help in the process of breathing. When the rib cage moves outward and upward, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward and air is filled inside the lungs. Means what is happening? The lung is now expanding. When we are taking in air, the lungs are filled with air and the rib cage moves upward and diaphragms get straightened up. Now next is when we exhale. What happens? When the rib cage moves downward and inward, the diaphragm relaxes, I told you, that is moved back, relaxing, and moves upward and air moves out of the lungs. The process which I explained just now to you, this is the process written. Clear to everyone? What is happening? Okay, see what is happening like this. When the diaphragm is coming down, contracted position, and we are inhaling. What happens? We are inhaling. You can see the figure is there. These are the two lungs. The lungs are filling up with the air. Yes. When they are filling it with the air, the diaphragm is getting straightened up. Okay. And when you can see it is contracting, straighten up. Like here also you can see when inspiration means when we are inhaling air. Now what happens when we are exhaling? The lungs getting contracted, murjha gaye, contracted. The lungs are contracted and the diaphragm moves upward, relaxes. Here also it is shown. This figure is clear how we are inhaling and exhaling process, what is happening inside our lungs. Okay. Next comes off simple process of deep breathing. Deep breathing, everyone knows. Taking in air, removing air. Akash, not from mouth, from nose. Sit in a comfortable position, keeping your back straight in a quiet place. Everyone do this. Everyone, I want everyone to sit it like this. Let's have a 1 minute deep breathing. Sit straight, comfortable, your back straight. Yes, close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Don't open your mouth. Very good. Everyone is doing very nicely. Let your stomach fill with air. It will swell. Swell means it will become huge and expand. Now hold your breath for a few seconds, not more than that, only for a few seconds, and slowly, slowly breathe out from your mouth. From your mouth, release out from your mouth. You can notice your stomach is shrinking. Yes, everyone can see that effect. When the air is moving out, the stomach is shrinking. Repeat this process few more times. Let's do it for 1 minute. Everyone, I want the eyes closed of everyone. Let's have a deep breathing. Your concentration will increase. Done? Okay. Okay. Let's continue further. Next comes the growing teeth. Okay. Do anyone knows when the baby is born, what happens? Do the babies have teeth? Can anyone have seen or anyone aware of that? Yes, Meera?
Ma'am, small babies have no teeth.
Small babies, when they are born, they don't have teeth. By the age of 2, 2.5, 3, they grow up teeth. Now that teeth which the small kids have, that is known as the milk teeth. Okay, that is known as the milk teeth. And that teeth, they are total in 20 in number. Like we all have 32 teeth, the adult having 32 teeth, but the baby or the kid which is of 2.5, 3 years, that teeth which they are developing, there are only 20 teeth and they are known as milk teeth. What happens as the child grows, comes to the age of 8, 9, 10, there is shedding of the milk teeth and they are replaced by the permanent teeth. Clear to everyone? Milk teeth is there. First of all, the baby is born, no teeth. Then at 2.5, 3 years, the baby develops teeth till up to the 5 years. That teeth are known as milk teeth and they are 20 in number. After that, later on, when the child grows and comes to the age of 9, 10, 11, 12, at that time, shedding of the milk teeth happens and they are replaced by the permanent teeth. Clear? And what is the number of the permanent teeth? That is 32 in the mouth. Clear to everyone? A baby born without teeth, the teeth starts growing when the baby is 6 months old. By the time the baby is 3 years old, it has a set of, 20 teeth. And these teeth are known as milk teeth. By the age of 6 to 7 years, the milk teeth begins to fall. Another set of larger, stronger teeth replaces them. They are called permanent teeth. By the time we are 21 years old, we have a full set of 32 teeth. Clear to everyone? This much is clear? No teeth. Then from 6 months to 3 years, develops milk teeth, which are 20, 10 in upper jaw. Upper jaw means upper. Lower jaw means lower one. And 10 in lower jaw. Okay. Now, from 6 to 7, the milk teeth falls and replaced by the permanent teeth. Write down this much. Yes, Neha?
My teeth are broken in 6th age.
Yeah, that is 6 to 7 only I've written.
I heard 8 to 9.
Yes, it's depend upon the person to person. It can take 8 to 9 also. It depends.
Okay, ma'am.
Coming to the permanent teeth. What is the number of the permanent teeth? That is 32 in mouth. 16 in upper jaw. 16 in lower jaw. And what are these teeth? These 32, there are 4 types of teeth in our mouth. Like I'm having 4 types of teeth in my mouth. I'm 32 mouth. I have 32 teeth in the mouth and I have 4 types of teeth. Which are that 4 types? Number 1, incisors. Incisors are the front teeth. This front teeth. And it is for cutting and biting. Now, aside this is the second type of teeth. You can see the action. This is incisor, the front teeth with which I cut anything. Now, along or adjacent to the incisors is the canines. It is help in tearing. Tearing like this, tearing. Then comes premolars and last is molars. These 2 type of teeth which are at the back. After canines, these are premolars and last is molars. These are for chewing. Clear? So these are the 4 types of teeth we have in our mouth. Incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Yes, Achinthe?
I do not understand the meaning of tearing. Canines.
Tearing like this. If you are eating a non-vegetarian, you will tear the flesh like this. That is canines.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm deleting it now. Okay, now coming to the structure of the tooth. What is the structure of the tooth? Now see it clearly. There is the main structure that of the tooth is divided into crown, neck and root. Somewhere you can find there is no neck. They will only divide into 2, that is crown and the root. Is that clear? Now what happens? The topmost part of the tooth, which is the white color structure, that is known as enamel. After enamel, we enter inside, there is dentine. After dentine, there lies the pulp cavity. Enamel, dentine, and the pulp cavity. Okay. Crown, 3 neck, and the your root. 3 parts of the tooth. Clear? The tooth is having 3 parts: crown, neck, and the your root. Enamel, it is the outermost part. Okay. Dentine, it is inside the enamel. Pulp cavity, it consists of blood vessels. So as soon as if anybody gets the cavity, which we say a black color keeda lagna, that is cavity, it as soon as it reaches the pulp cavity, the pain starts. That is, pulp cavity is lying in the root. As soon as the cavity reaches your pulp cavity, that is containing the nerves, your tooth starts paining. Clear why it's paining? Okay, it's not that only you are getting the cavity and it started paining. No, when the cavity is going deeper and deeper, you are not taking care, it is going deeper and deeper and it reaches the pulp cavity, then it starts paining. The cavity, when reaches the pulp cavity, because it consists of blood vessels, then the tooth starts to pain. Clear? Yes, Vanya?
Ma'am, I don't understand this.
I'm saying our tooth, this tooth is there. It is having 3 parts. The top part is known as the crown. The middle part is known as neck and the lower part is known as root. This is the general structure which I've told. Coming to the internal structure of the tooth. This is what this we can see, isn't it? It is a white color thing which we can see. But what is inside our tooth? This is explained here. That inside our tooth, what is there? The topmost part is known as enamel. Below enamel, there is dentine. Below dentine, there is the pulp cavity. Can you see there are small nerves in the pulp cavity? Can you see it is very clearly visible? So that only I am explaining that the pulp cavity, it consists of blood vessels or the nerves. As soon as you get cavity in your tooth, first of all, the cavity will be in enamel. Slowly, if you're not taking care, you're not brushing the teeth properly, the cavity reaches dentine. After that, the cavity reaches the pulp cavity. Clear? And as soon as your cavity reaches the pulp cavity, it starts to pain. This I am explaining.
Okay.
Yes, Pratyush?
You can show that.
Yeah, I'm showing. I was just. Done? Shall I delete it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, these are the 4 kinds of teeth which you can see. Incisors, canines, premolars, molars. They are present in the front, as I told you, incisors, 4 in each jaw. Wherever you have written incisors, you can write in the bracket 4. Everyone write down. That means it is 4 in one jaw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 8. Is that clear? So 4 in upper jaw, 4 in lower jaw. So everyone can write 4 in the bracket of incisors. They are sharp cutting edge to cut and bite the food. As I already told you, for cutting and biting. Herbivores have big incisors. Coming to canines, which are adjacent to the incisors, that are the canines. Canines are on the side of incisors, just adjacent to incisors. They are sharp and pointed. You can see that. Structure is also different. You have to remember the structure also. And it helps to tear the food. I have written it is for tearing, that is tear the food. Carnivores, which are flesh-eating animals, they are usually the longest teeth of little curved like this. Like nochile, that is pointed and curved, like dogs, fox, these are having. 2 canines in each jaw. You can write in canines bracket 2, number 2. Incisors 4, canines 2. Coming to premolars, adjacent to the premolars or adjacent to the canines, there are premolars. They are found at the back and sides of the jaw. They break up the food into smaller pieces. They are placed next to canines and they help to crack the food. Okay, crack means break the food down. And there are 4 premolars. In the bracket of premolars, write down 4. Incisors 4, canines 2, premolars 4. Molars are broader than premolars and help in grinding and chewing the food. They are found at the back and the sides of the jaw after premolars. There are 6 molars. Write down in the bracket of molars 6. Herbivores and omnivores, both premolars and molars are flat and help in chew. So we can, if I want to describe it more, so incisors, they are 4 in one jaw. This is the number in one jaw. If I want to say in complete mouth, what is the number of incisors? You will say 8. Okay. Yes, Anam? Yes, Anam?
Ma'am, the number is including each jaws.
One jaw. 4 is in one jaw. 4 in upper jaw, 4 in lower jaw. That means the total will be 8 in the mouth.
Okay, ma'am.
For cutting and biting the food, they are in front and are flat. Oh, sorry, not flat, it's point. Then are canines. So canines, they are 2 in number, next to incisors for tearing the flesh or food. Pointed. Premolars, again in one jaw, 4 next to canines. They are flat and broad for grinding and chewing. The food. Okay, last is molars. So molars, I told you, they are 6 in one jaw. And these are also flat and broad next to premolars. Help in chewing and grinding the food. Incisors, canines, molars, total number. 32. You can total. So this is the total number of permanent teeth in the mouth. That was the number in one jaw. Here I have given you the total of in the mouth. Yes, Neha.
Ma'am, Plomer's number is 8 or 28.
Which number?
Ma'am, Plomer's.
Premolars, beta, premolars. That I have just totaled it out.
Okay, ma'am.
So in today's class, what we have discussed till now, first thing that we have discussed is the respiratory system. I've given you the structure. And after that, the main three organs of the respiratory are the mouth, the nose, then is your windpipe or the trachea, and then the lungs. All I have told you in detail. Inside the lungs, what happens? First of all, the nasal passage is there. Then the windpipe is there or the trachea is there. The trachea divides into two. That is the bronchus or bronchi. And the lungs are there. A pair of lungs are there. Inside the lungs, the bronchi divide into bronchioles. And at the end of the bronchioles, there are sac-like structure known as alveoli, where the exchange of gases takes place. Oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. Then we have seen below the lungs, there is a layer known as a muscle layer known as diaphragm. And when we are inhaling means when we are breathing in, our lungs expands, the ribs move upward and the diaphragm straighten up. As we exhale, what happens? The lungs shrink, the ribs moves down and the diaphragm moves like this, upward, like this, curved. Okay, it relaxes. This is how is the inhaling and the exhaling process. After that, we have done about your teeth. Lungs, yes. After lungs, we have done about your teeth. In teeth, I told you milk teeth, they are 20 in number. 10 in upper jaw, 10 in lower jaw. When the baby is born, no teeth are there. After that, milk teeth grows. And when the child grows up, or at the age of from 6 to 7 years, the milk teeth tries to fall up, starts falling up, and they are replaced by the permanent teeth. Permanent teeth are 32 in number, 16 in upper jaw, 16 in lower jaw. And the 4 types of teeth I've already told you: incisors, canine, premolars, molars. Kindly revise today's class so that in next class I can ask you questions. Okay, then bye-bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.